Hello students, today we are going to see the exercise of the lesson gravitation from science part first. Okay, here is first question. Study the entries in the following table and rewrite them putting the connected atoms in a single row. There are 3 columns in a question. First, there is the names of entities, second, units, and third one, its properties. Okay, in answer, it is matched all the pairs. See in answer, mass, the unit of mass is kg, and the property is measure of inertia. And first, weight, the unit of weight is Newton, and 0 at the center. Acceleration due to gravity, unit is meter per second square, depends on height. For gravitational constant, unit is Newton meter square per kg square, same in the entire universe. Next question, second, answer the following questions. First question is, what is the difference between mass and weight of an object? Will the mass and weight of an object on the earth be same as their values on Mars? Why? The difference is given that in mass, amount of matter present in object is called mass. In weight, the force with which the earth attracts is called weight. In mass, mass has magnitude but not direction. Weight has magnitude and direction both. SI unit of mass is kg, SI unit of weight is Newton. Mass is constant everywhere, weight changes place to place. Mass can never be zero, weight is 0 at the center of the earth. Mass is measured by using a beam balance and a pan balance. Weight is measured by spring balance and a weighing machine. Mass of any object will same everywhere. It will not change place to place. Mass means amount of matter present in it. It will not depend on any other factor other than object. So mass of object is same on earth as well as on Mars. But weight of any object is depends on external factor, gravity at that point. Gravity is different for every planet as it depends on mass of that planet. Weight of any object will change place to place, so the weight any object will not same as on Earth and Mars. B. What are free fall, acceleration due to gravity, escape velocity, and centripetal force? First, free fall. Whenever an object moves under the influence of the force of gravity alone, it is said to be falling freely. In free fall, the initial velocity of the object is 0 and goes on increasing due to the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. During free fall, the frictional force due to air opposes the motion of the object, and a buoyant force also acts on the object. Thus, true free fall is possible only in vacuum. Second, acceleration due to gravity. The gravitational force due to the earth on a body results in its acceleration. This is called acceleration due to gravity and is denoted by g. The direction of acceleration due to gravity is directed towards the center of the earth. Third, escape velocity. escape velocity is the minimum velocity by which any object can escape Earth's gravitational force. It is given as velocity, escape velocity is equal to under root 2 gr, fourth centripetal force. Thus the force acts on any object moving along a circle and it is directed towards the center of the circle. This is called the centripetal force. Centripetal means center seeking. The object tries to go towards the center of the circle because of this force. C. Write three laws given by Kepler. How did they help Newton to arrive at the inverse square law of gravity? Answer. Kepler's first law: the orbit of a planet is ellipse with the sun at one of the foci. Kepler's second law: the line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. Kepler's third law: the square of its period of revolution around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of the mean distance of a planet from the sun. Newton used Kepler's third law of planetary motion to arrive at the inverse square rule. Kepler law states that orbit of a planet is elliptical, but Newton assumed that the orbit of the planet around the sun are circular and not elliptical. Newton derived the inverse square rule for gravitational force using formula for centripetal force. R is equal to radius of the orbit, speed of planet is equal to circumference of the circle upon period of revolution of planet. V is equal to 2 pi r upon t. Centripetal force of the planet F is equal to mv square upon r. Put value of V in above equation. F is equal to m in bracket 2 pi r upon t bracket square upon r. We get F is equal to 4 pi square mr upon t square. According to Kepler's third law, t square is equal to kr cube. F is equal to 4 pi square mr upon kr cube. Thus force is directly proportional, inversely proportional to the distance between the planet and the sun. D. A stone thrown vertically upwards with initial velocity u reaches a height h before coming down. Show that the time taken to go up is same as the time taken to come down. In answer, upward when it goes from A to B, that time u is equal to initial velocity is equal to initial velocity u, v is equal to 0 and displacement s is equal to h. From Newton's first equation, v is equal to u plus at, v is 0, u plus at, minus u is equal to at, t is equal to minus u upon minus g, means t is equal to u upon g. S is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. It is the Newton's second equation. Put t is equal to u upon g. By putting the value of t is equal to u upon g, we get finally t is equal to under root 2h upon g. When the object goes from A to B upward, that time t is equal to under root 2h upon g. Now in right side for downwards. From Newton's third equation, v square is equal to u square plus twice gs. Here is equal to u is equal to 0, and again we get v is equal to velocity is equal to under root 2 gh. When we put this value in Newton's first equation, then we get T is equal to 2h upon g. From these both, from 1 and 2, upward time and downward time are same for any object. Next, if the value of g suddenly becomes twice its value, it will become 2 times more difficult to pull a heavy object along the floor. Why? Answer is given that let the mass of the heavy object be m, thus the weight of the object is w1. w1 is equal to mg. Now if g becomes twice, the weight of the object also becomes twice w2. w2 is equal to 2mg is equal to 2w1. If the value of g suddenly becomes twice its value, it will become 2 times more difficult to pull a heavy object along the floor. Third question, explain why the value of g is 0 at the center of the earth. Answer, when we go inside the earth towards the center of the earth, the part of the earth which contributes towards the gravitational force felt by the object also decreases, which means that the value of m, mass of the earth, also decreases. As a combined result of change in r and m, the value of g decreases as we go deep inside the earth. When we move towards the center of the earth, the mass is equally distributed to all directions. Thus all the gravitational forces applied cancel each other, and acceleration due to gravity g at the center of the earth becomes 0. Fourth question, let the speed of the revolution of the planet at a distance r from a star be t. Prove that if it was at a distance of 2r from the star, its period of revolution will be root 8t. The answer is given that period of revolution of planet let is equal to t. Distance of the planet from star is r. From Kepler's third law of planetary motion, t square directly proportional to r cube. T square is equal to kr cube, where k is constant. T under root kr cube. If r is equal to 2r, then period of revolution is equal to under root k in bracket 2r bracket cube. Period of revolution is equal to root 8 into kr cube, but kr cube we know it is a t, so root 8t. Period of revolution is equal to root 8t. Okay, in next video we will see question 5th. It is depend upon the numericals, mathematical problems from gravitation. Okay, thank you.